What's up, Netflix fans? Today we're talking about The Union, the brand new original movie starring Halle Berry and Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg?
I can always handle my liquor.
I don't know. I got a vomit-stained tuxedo that says different, but
Wait,
hey.
you still got your tuxedo from high school?
Yeah,
Really?
and it still fits.
So Wahlberg plays Mike, a down-to-earth construction worker. He's thrust into a world of super spies and secret agents when his high school sweetheart, Roxanne, recruits him on a high-stakes U.S. intelligence mission. She's played by Halle Berry. J.K. Simmons is in this movie. Mike Coulter's in this movie. I met him in a bathroom once. It sounds weird when I say it, like, he was great. Look, this review, it's going to be short. You know what this movie is? Before you even see a trailer, look at the poster, who it stars, what platform it's coming out on, bada bing, bada boom. All you have to know is that it's an action movie on Netflix. And not that we haven't had great action movies on Netflix, because we have. People that tell you we haven't, they obviously don't watch everything. Thank God. You're smart if you don't, because I do, and it's miserable. But part of me was thinking, you know, Mark Wahlberg and Halle Berry, are they going to sign up for generic movie number 1 to drop on Netflix on a random weekend in August? Unfortunately, that's what they did. And that's not me saying The Union is the worst movie I've ever seen. That's not me saying it's a despicable and disgusting work of anti-art, and you should never watch it. You'll put it on in the background because it's embarrassing. That's not the case. I think this is one of those comes on TNT randomly at 4:30 in the daytime, and you stumble across it 30 minutes in, you're like, Mark Wahlberg, Halle Berry. Let's see what this is all about. And you know what it's all about. But you're going to put it on in the background anyway because you're cooking your kids dinner, or you're working and you shouldn't be watching TV, but you are. It's something like that. It's that kind of movie, and that's okay. These movies can exist. These generic blockbusters are all over the place, but if they have the right talent and they have a safe enough script, they will provide you entertainment. That's what The Union does. That being said, it's not good. It's not good at all. Every convention or cliche you could imagine. I'll give examples, but they are in this film. If you don't want any sort of spoiler, even though I don't consider these spoilers, tune away now. But I have to give examples.
We don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
She recruits Wahlberg's character because, wait for it, because he's a nobody. Because he's someone that is so safe, even though he's willing to do dangerous things, no one would ever... But what was the reason? There was a reason for it. It was really stupid, but that's why she recruits him. I want to see the vetting process for this, by the way, or why J.K. Simmons' character wasn't like, hey, maybe we should put this guy through a rigorous training course. And we get a montage of that, sort of, but not really. And it's a spy-ish movie. Their mission is so generic, and the villainous entity that they're going up against, you don't necessarily know who it is, even though you kind of do know who it is. They try to throw us a couple of curveballs here, and every curveball that they threw me, I was ready for it, and I had predicted it earlier on in the film. There is a moderate twist 2 acts into this movie that is supposed to be shocking, I guess, but it wasn't shocking at all. It was actually just like, okay, we knew that was coming. And then they continue to give you a couple of twists and turns that aren't really twists and turns because you know they're coming. I don't want to say who because I think that's too much of a spoiler, but there's one character in particular where you are so sure that this is where they're going to go with him, and they do, and it's like, all right. Maybe there was one opportunity to do something with J.K. Simmons' character that they didn't do, and I appreciated the fact that that wasn't super obvious, but even then, all of this talent in this movie, it just kind of feels like a waste. Wahlberg and Berry, they're fine together. They're back and forth, they're banter. It's good because they're Halle Berry and Mark Wahlberg. I don't remember their characters' names. I just read his character's name. Is it Mike? Am I right?
Correct!
The action's fine. It's passable. Again, a good background watch. It'll provide enough entertainment to get you through the next 2 hours of your life, but it didn't need to be 2 hours. I guess it's a little shorter than that, but they try to give Wahlberg's character a bit of an arc of sorts, and there's a relationship that Barry's character is in that has a bit of a back and forth, but even then, it's like they throw us that curveball at one point, telling us about that relationship, and Wahlberg's character's like, oh no, I'm Mark Wahlberg. This is crazy. I'm sitting here going, it's unnecessary. I don't know why you have to do that. It's unnecessary. And I hate being the guy to sit here and tell you, well, it's not good because it's so obvious that this is going to be a generic blockbuster, if you will, a straight-to-TV movie, which in a way it is. Again, Netflix, they've had quality films across the board, but we always get something like this. And hold on, Jennifer Lopez stance. Don't hurt me because you tried to hurt me earlier in the year. Atlas is another example of a sci-fi movie that just follows every convention and cliche you've ever seen. The Union follows every convention and cliche in this genre, in the spy genre, the espionage action genre, where nothing stands out about their characters other than the fact that they're being played by Wahlberg and Berry, who are good, but it's a paycheck film. That's obvious. Say what you will. That's what it feels like. And if you're okay with that, and you need something to pass the time once again, The Union may work as a straight-to-Netflix movie. But for me, where I've seen it so many times, they did nothing original. They did nothing to allow the plot to stand out. And by the time you get to the end of the movie, it ties everything up in a nice little bow, but just enough to where there's a door open for the sequel. And I'm like, of course there is. Again. Why is Mark Wahlberg's character doing this? They gave us a reason. I still can't buy any of it. But I don't need to get this mad because, again, it's not offensive. So let me know what you thought about The Union. If this was the movie you expected it to be, how could it not be? But whether that's good or bad, all thoughts are welcome. We may talk about this on this week's Movie Mode podcast, or we may not, because there's no way Ryan is watching this movie. There's no way. The Union is exactly what everyone will expect, without any twist or revelation that proves to be effective. Our leads are fine and the action does its job, but nothing about this story is memorable or interesting. Nothing about this review is probably surprising. Let me know your thoughts down below. Did I spend too long talking about this? I absolutely did, but somebody's got to cover these Netflix movies, man. I'm sick of being the only one. I'm not the only one. There are other people too. Find those people. They're probably more interesting. All right. See you soon.